Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about this, the Draggon Touch Max 10 Android tablet. Now in this video I'm going to give you guys an overview of the tablet itself, talk around its hardware, talk a little bit about the software, and then at the end of the video I'm going to give you my thoughts having spent some time with this tablet. Now the first thing we're going to do is jump in and actually have a look at the device itself, and then we'll jump into the software and then I will give you my thoughts. So let's get on with this video. Taking a closer look at the Draggon Touch Max 10. Now that 10 stands for the size of the screen, which is 10 inches. It features an octa-core processor at 1.6 GHz, 32 GB of storage and 3 GB of RAM. Taking a closer look at the tablet hardware itself, its main casing is made of plastic. That 10-inch IPS display is housed by a small black bezel that runs around the side. On the right hand side of the device you will find both the volume up and down, the power button, as well as a headphone jack. It features a webcam on the front for your video calling, and on the top you will find a USB-C port for charging and connectivity. Located along the bottom you will find the two speaker ports. Now this is a stereo speaker arrangement with a small grille located over the top to protect it from any dust or dirt. Moving around to the back of the tablet, in the middle you will spot the 5 megapixel camera with an integrated flash. Next to this there is a removable flap which has an SD card slot that allows you to put up to 128 gig of additional storage on the device. On the back side of the casing behind the buttons you will find the icons for each one telling you what they do, and there is a small reset button located just below the volume down should you need to reset the device as well. Then in the centre you will have the large Draggon Touch logo with the regulatory information located at the bottom. Now this tablet is running the Android Pie version 9 operating system, and one nice feature of this is that it actually comes with a clean version with no bloatware and only the basic Google apps installed as standard. Here you can see I've added one or two more, but it still leaves me plenty of space. One other thing I wanted to mention was my device actually came with a screen protector already installed as well, and that's another nice feature to see on the device. The next thing I just want to talk about is what you get in the box with the tablet. Now it isn't a lot these days, however you do get yourself a mains adapter which is a standard USB type. Because it is USB-C they do include a USB-C cable, so don't worry if you don't have one, there is one with it. You then get a small instruction manual and a little warranty card as well. Now as I did show in the beginning part of the video, the nice thing about this tablet is the fact that it doesn't come with a whole bloat load of apps and stuff that you don't want installed or you can't remove. The OS comes as a basic Android 9 OS with the basic Android apps installed, and that means you've got the maximum amount of storage space available. When I got mine after it came, I think it was about 26 gigabytes of the 32, 25, 26, and I have installed one or two apps that have dragged it down to the 24, but it means you haven't got all of those other apps that Samsung and others have a habit installing on phones and tablets these days that you just can't get rid of. So that is a very nice feature that this tablet does have. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the sound and the battery life. Now with regards to the battery life, this thing is actually very, very good, and I've had trouble draining the battery on it. So much so that after 5 hours of constant YouTube playback, the battery had only gone from 100% to 48%. Overall, battery life is simply outstanding, and I do think that you could get a good full day's use out of the tablet. Now with regards to sound on it, as I showed you earlier, you do have the speakers along the bottom and the audio quality is okay. I'm not going to say it's brilliant. It does sound a little bit like the sound is being projected internally to the device rather than projected out of the device, and it gives that sort of hollow sound to the audio a little bit. However, it isn't terrible, and I've certainly heard much worse. It isn't as good as some phones I've heard out there or tablets that I've tried in the past, but it certainly isn't the worst. There is just a slight hollowness to the sound that I do find is noticeable. Audible volume is pretty good. even on its max setting, but it's not the loudest device in the room. And if there is a TV on, you might have to push the volume all the way up to be able to hear it, even when it is in front of you, or plug in a set of headphones into the headphone jack. As I said, it's not the best I've ever heard, but it's certainly not the worst. So to give you my final thoughts on the Draggon Touch Max 10, overall, I actually think it's a bit of a bargain. It costs $149 in the US and about £140 in the UK. For that, you're getting a tablet with 3 gig of RAM, 32 gig of storage, clean Android 9 OS, large screen, fantastic battery life, and there really are not many downsides to this device that I can think of. Only real thing is the sound, as I said, is a little bit hollow, and the fact that it is quite a large device, but that comes with the territory being the screen size that it is. Overall though, if you are looking to get yourself a tablet for your family, for your own use, and you want one that will potentially last the day, the Draggon Touch Max 10 is well worth a look. Now, I will put a link to this in the description of this video if you want to get yourself one. I will also put a link to the Draggon Touch website in there as well. That is it for this video. If you've liked what you've seen, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. I'd like to thank Draggon Touch for sending this one over to us to actually have a play with. I am really impressed genuinely with this one. If you'd like to support the channel, please do check out our Patreon page. That's it. Thank you for watching, and I will release another video again soon.